Hey there superstars, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give, and I'm coming to you, I'm back in beautiful sunny Melbourne. It's super warm and I'm really loving getting back into the swing of things after just over 2 weeks of flying around between here in Melbourne and Sydney and Brisbane and really soaking up the east coast of Australia. But today I wanted to bring this message to you, which I've kind of had in the back of my mind for a little while now, and it's been a really massive transition for me in terms of my study on love and relationships. And I was actually just discussing this with somebody in my life when I was back in Sydney about a week and a half ago. And what happened was, this person was somebody who I spent probably about a year really talking about the concept of relationship and love with. And I'm not going to go in the depths of why we kind of lost that contact for a while. But anyway, I've told you guys a million times, so that's why I'm hesitating here. But anyway, for whatever reasons, that's not the topic of today's conversation, but I had brought that person back into my life and we were having this new discussion. And he was telling me all this stuff about how, he had shifted his perception on relationship and how it was very much like mine. And it was a wake-up call to me, because I was like, oh, that's so funny, because we haven't spoken for a few months and my whole vision of relationship has completely transformed and shifted. And so I was able to kind of bring this concept that I want to talk to you guys about today to the mix and to the equation. Now, any of you guys who've been following me over the last year or so, I hope you haven't had kind of the same mistaken thoughts that a lot of people in my life have had, which is I dove into the mindset of open relationships. And I'm talking about the mindset here, guys, right? So I have always been a very, single-focused, long-term, monogamous relationship kind of girl, right? But after, I've had 3 major long-term relationships that hadn't worked out, I started to go on this journey of just going no to relationship, and how can I learn from people with different mindsets that supposedly work for them? And what can I take from these different ways of thinking about love, about intimate relationship? And how can I utilize that to create something that absolutely is extraordinary, that stands the test of time, that is, everything that I could ever imagine for myself and for that other person? And so along that journey, I dove very deeply into the mindset of open relationships and, the concept between, this love and freedom, that's what I kind of, when I left my last relationship, I was fearful of getting into another one because I felt like it was going to take away my freedom, and that's what I didn't want. And I wanted to find a way to create something that would provide both love and freedom, and feeling like that is simultaneous, synonymous with one another, that love and that freedom, right? And so when I dove into that world at the time when this person was in my life, I think they kind of mistook my perception on relationship as me wanting an open relationship, or maybe polyamory or something like that. And then they'd gotten to a point after we hadn't spoken for a few months to kind of be like, hey, I'm actually open to this. That thing that you're into, I'm open to that. And I was like, oh, no, that's not at all what was happening there. And in actual fact, I was just studying the mindset to draw upon what works. I, by no means, want to go in the realm of open relationship, right? That's where my mind is at. So, but even though we don't want to move in the same direction as other people and follow in their exact footsteps, doesn't mean we can't take their wisdom and take what works and put it into our version of relationship, right? But we had this brilliant conversation because him bringing that up reminded me, it gave me an opportunity and a space to talk into how my version of relationship has shifted and changed since that time. And also the very, very, very wise words of one incredible human being who I think I mention probably just about almost every second live that I'm doing right now, and I have for a while now, the incredible Jordan Peterson. I saw the other day that some of his followers nicknamed him Internet Dad, and I kind of feel like he's that for me as well. Incredibly wise university professor who is, taking things online. And anyway, I'm not going to go into the depths of him, but definitely check out YouTube, Jordan Peterson, incredible wise man. And I love how he talks into relationship, which is all about what I want to, oh my God, this must be the longest introduction I've ever done on a video. But today's message, after all that being said and giving you guys that background, is all about that without full commitment in your intimate relationship, you'll be without the truth. And without the truth, you're never going to reach your potential in love or in life. Okay, so let me unpack all of that. The truth is the main element here. And really what it is when we look at our intimate relationship, and how I spoke into this with this friend who I'd brought back into my life, I said, no, that's really interesting that you've made those shifts and changes, but that's not my model of relationship. And actually what I have discovered over this period of time that we haven't been talking, and I've been continuously diving into my research around love and relationships and all stuff great around human beings and potential, is that it came from Jordan Peterson kind of waking me up with this. And what he says is that, when you enter a relationship, and particularly what we're talking about here is a committed marriage. See, at the time when I was having these conversations around relationship, I wasn't even so sure about marriage. I was like, well, what's marriage really? Like, I see all these people getting married. I work with a lot of them. Like, their relationships are no better than people who aren't in a marriage. They don't have that piece of paper. And oftentimes I was seeing those who were in a relationship who weren't married, based on the piece of paper, actually having better relationships than these married couples, right? So I started questioning the validity of marriage. And I had this perception, I didn't think too deeply about it, but I had a perception, okay, marriage is something you probably want to do. If you're going to have children, it's going to make it better for the children. You want to have married parents, right? I don't know. That was just my perception. So I kind of dropped my value on just getting married, right? And my focus was on the relationship. But what Jordan Peterson brought back into my head was the fact that the validity of a marriage is based on your commitment to it. If you leave the back door open, you're probably going to run through it when times get tough, right? And he talks about, you being this imperfect individual who comes into, relationship with another imperfect human being, and you know that about one another, and you make a commitment to one another in a marriage or however you want to word that. But in that commitment comes this commitment to, we're going to tell each other the truth, and we're not going to be able to run away. And when he spoke those words, I was like, that hit so home for me, because I have tended to be someone who has run away, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but I definitely have at different times in my life. When things weren't going as perfectly as I'd expected them to, I just want to run away, right? It'd feel like entrapment. I just want to escape, and here comes my version of love and freedom. But ultimately what he says, and what I believe in now, is when you can find that person who, that nobody's going to be perfect, right? You've just got to find that individual who you can have attraction with, that you can absolutely trust, is the vital key ingredient, and that you share common visions and congruence of values, that you want to create something that's in alignment with what they want to create. Where are you going? That vision, right? When you have that kind of alignment with somebody, and you decide, okay, okay, this is it. I'm going to commit to you. I'm going to commit to telling the truth. I'm going to commit to telling the truth, the whole truth about me. And I'm going to commit to telling you the truth about everything that I see maybe as a blind spot or what triggers me. We're going to go the depths, right? And from that place, and only from that place, when you're in relationship with somebody who has fully committed to not running away and going about life together as a team, until you reach that point, you're never actually going to be able to tell the truth to one another. You're going to be walking on eggshells. You're going to be kind of just molding this perception of who you are in fear that they might run away and you don't want to lose them. And that only works to stunt your growth and leave you in a dead-end relationship. Maybe you end up as roommates. Maybe you end up divorced because you left that back door open and you ran away. Or maybe, I'm not generalizing completely, because there's definitely relationships that we make the wrong decision and we are better off as human beings to move in separate directions. But that's not what I'm talking about here. But when you get to that place where you can fully commit to this other imperfect individual and you can go the depths of truth with them, this is the only place where you're going to be able to call each other out lovingly, to be able to shine light on the problems, on the challenges, and work through them, because you've got that level of certainty with one another, that you're here for the long haul, that you've got each other's backs no matter what, that you're an absolute team. No matter what surfaces, you're going to work through it as a team. When you get that, that is how you reach your ultimate potential in both love and in life. And all else, like, what really is the point? What is the point of pretending to be somebody that you're not? What is the point of holding back your truth? Other than from a place of fear at the end of the day, which is only going to keep you at this surface level connection, and you're not going to be able to grow to the depths that you absolutely could. And that's why I love relationships, because I feel that when we get in the right ones, we maximize our growth, we maximize our potential, we maximize our fulfillment. And when you're in the wrong ones, you minimize it all. And when you're just by yourself, you can go far. What is that saying? Guys, tell me. You can go far by yourself, but you can go further together. It's something like that. That's totally not it, but it's the same sort of concept. But you've got to make sure that truth is the underlying foundational element, and you've committed to it with this other individual to the point where you will not run away, no matter how challenging or how scary it gets. That's the only place that truth can truly be born and sustained and deepened. All right, so I'm going to shut up and stop talking, but I definitely want to tune in with you guys. Let me know. Have you got any questions? Have you got any comments? Have you got any words of wisdom? Have you got anything that you want to share with our brilliant community? I love you guys a lot. And definitely let me know. Say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in the world, whatever goes. I love connecting with you guys. And for my group coaching for the master classes, I can't wait to see you guys in less than 2 hours. Can't wait to dive deep with you guys. And anybody who's not currently part of the Limitless Potential Academy monthly masterclasses, we got an awesome masterclass just coming up on the 26th of January on Saturday. And it's going to be around the neuroscience of personality and how to use it to uncover your unique genius, all based on your brain wiring. It is super profound. I've been meeting so many people over the last couple of weeks and I can't keep myself contained. And I am doing all these different profiling sessions with all these different people who I've enlisted into this, because it's been so profound in my life and I can't wait to share it with all of you guys. So if that is of interest to you and you would also like to get instant access to all the previous masterclasses, then you will want to check out the link above. So I want to check in with you guys. I've got Safi and Rob's here, and Judy and Rawiti. Good to see you. And yes, and Rob's here as well. And thank you, Rawiti, for your kind compliments. And Vanessa's here. Awesome. Rawiti, my 2019 goal is to be with you and learn more. Love it, Roiti. I hope you're talking about in the masterclasses, and I can't wait to see you in there. I love it. And Jen's here as well, and you've been following since 2018. I love hearing that, Roiti. Hope I'm adding enough value for you to stay hanging around. And Rob, don't let experiences steer you in the wrong way. So many do. Absolutely. I actually just had this another conversation with another brilliant group of people that I got to have lunch with yesterday, and somebody said something just really beautiful, and I really gave her a lot of credit for this because you don't hear too many people saying it. And what it was that, you know, she admitted that she has had, you know, some really big challenges in terms of relationship. You know, she's been burnt. You know, she, I think she mentioned like that she'd been in relationship with a narcissist. I don't really like talking about, anyway, we can have a whole nother conversation about that. I think we're all on a scale, and I think that sometimes when we label people as narcissists and empaths, we put ourselves in this label and this box and victimized and all sorts of stuff. I could go on a whole nother tangent, as you guys know, but she said that despite the fact that she'd been really hurt and in a lot of pain in past relationships, she was never, ever, ever going to let that stop her from loving fully as she does in each and every one of her relationships. She just needed to find somebody who valued and appreciated and respected that. And I thought that was really, really brilliant, and exactly what you're saying there, Rob, like not to let experiences steer you in the wrong way, like cut you off from love is just a great example. And instead stay open and just trust that that just wasn't the right person. Don't let it stop you from being the loving human being that you are, or whatever that analogy can work for you in whatever area. I love that, Rob. And Gregory's here as well, and Hanif and Sarah. And Roiti, love and freedom is perfect. Awesome. Absolutely. You're speaking my mind just like me. Yep, absolutely. And Rob, never go back. We all have learned this 4 times over. Want the best for you always. Thank you so much, Rob. I so appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, so that's actually another lesson that I've been learning, you know, where to go kind of like not so black and white and come backwards in terms of, you know, like for example, like bringing different people who I've like let go from my life at later stages, bring them back into my life. It's been a very new thing for me that I mentioned to you guys probably about a month ago now. But yeah, that's going very interestingly. I'll keep reporting back, but I think that's my new level of growth is to sometimes coming back can be of value, and I definitely have been alerted to that over this last couple of weeks. So can't wait to share more with you guys, and I love you being here, Rob, and thank you so much for all your love and support as always, sending it all the way back to you as well. And Elf's here as well, good to see you, and much love to you, Roiti, and Rob, telling us and yourself a story. Yes. Ooh, I don't know what you're referring to because I check afterwards, but I'm sure it was so on point, right, Rob? Thank you, and thank you, Roiti, and Melissa's here. Awesome to see you, and you reckon you are a crack up today, Roiti. Thank you so much. What you're saying is so true. I'm loving that it is resonating with you, and Kelsey's here, and you are great. And Jen, spot on, Vanessa. You really get to know yourself in this space. I love it, Jen. Thank you so much. I love you being here as always. And great that this is resonating with you. And Mully's here as well. And Kadri, I'm going to see you soon, beautiful. And Roedi, I'll wait for you to bring your masterclasses to Auckland. Oh, well, all my masterclasses are actually online. So we get on a video call, I give you guys an amazing class, and for any of you guys who go deeper, we go into group coaching as well. So I get to connect with you personally, but not live in person at this stage, but I hope to do that one day. And thank you so much, Roiti. Great to have you here from beautiful New Zealand. So guys, that really is my message for you guys today. I definitely hope that me kind of diving into this concept around relationship and kind of sharing, you know, how my mindset has evolved and shifted and changed based on, you know, a lot of the study that I've done, but also on the brilliant work of Jordan Peterson, one of my favorite human beings in this world. Such a wise soul. Definitely check out his stuff. But yeah, really has helped me shift my mindset in so many different realms and areas, and I know he'll do the same for you, so definitely check that out. And yeah, so that is absolutely it from me. So as always, guys, I am sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, and that you're doing something empowering. Today's message has definitely served you. And as always, I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. So much love to all of you guys who could join me live. I so appreciate your input and your comments and all the rest of it. And your crack ups, and definitely if you are watching the recording, then drop a comment and I will get back to you. So sending you guys all of my love, and I'll see you all tomorrow.